Let me ask you a question. Why are you bothering?
Oh, the issue of reproductive rights hits very close to home for me. I've shared this publicly because I think it is I don't think it's wrong to politicize my body for the sake of future generations. So I recently experienced a miscarriage and had to wait
Sorry.
almost 10 weeks to receive medical intervention.
Oh my God.
Because my physicians were afraid to intervene for fear of being criminalized for helping me. So I've experienced what many women have experienced and unfortunately have died from in the recent months. So this is very serious to me, much more serious than it was initially.
Wow. I'm sorry for
Thank you.
for what happened to you and your friends.
Thank you.
And so this is interesting in Georgia. So you already have restrictions now in Georgia.
Yes, the restrictions have been in place for, I don't know how long they've been in place.
At least 2 or 3 years.
It's been back and forth in court.
I recognize Greg.
And so my pregnancy happened right around the time an appeal had been filed and actually was successful for 1 day. And I had class, so I couldn't get to the hospital the 1 day.
I mean, you had to go to court to
I
get
did
the
not.
right?
Other people have been in court fighting.
Oh my God.
And so there was a judge that said, put an injunction on the ban, but another appeal was filed 2 days later. So the 1 day that it was legal again, I had class and could not get back to the doctor.
Oh my God.
But yes, it was over 2 months of immense suffering. And when you're in that situation, society and the world still expects you to be a functioning adult. There's no medical excuse that anyone can give you. So you feel invisible, you feel dehumanized, you feel embarrassed that you have to explain that to people. And I'm not used to that. I'm from Oakland, California. I've always had rights when it comes to my body. I did not even know that this is what a miscarriage was fully, because I've always had access to reproductive care.
What's the closest state that has, doesn't have these restrictions? How far would you have to travel?
I thought it was North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I was offered support later on in my experience to travel out of state, but also that is a crime. And so if you are on state-run medical care, which you get when you become a pregnant woman in the state of Georgia, you have to be careful about how you answer the question of why you're no longer pregnant and how you became no longer pregnant. So my concern was that if I did choose to travel out of state for care, that would become an issue for me as well.
Would that jeopardize your law school, your ability to stay in law school?
It would criminalize me. So yes, to sit for the bar, you would have to pass the character and fitness test, and that was just more than I was willing to risk. Although I was risking my life, I would call advice nurses and they would urge me to go to an emergency room and tell me that, this is a life-threatening condition. You sound like you need to be treated. And I would have to explain to them not only are doctors refusing to treat me, but I'm incurring a $1,000 bill every time I go. So you have to be sure that your life is in danger before you go to the hospital for something like that.